We're joshing around.
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and today I'm playing a Standard Brawl, Joshua Phoenix is Dominant. This is a card that enters, filters your hand, and then can transform into a life-linking flyer that deals damage to your opponent and then reanimates up to 6 mana value of creatures. And you're going to notice that this deck has a very low mana curve, so we can bring back lots of cards if we ever manage to transform him and have him live for 3 turns. This deck is Boros aggro. It's looking to go fast, hit hard, and double up our damage with certain abilities. If we can give haste or play things that already have haste, we're getting in damage. We can remove our opponent's threats while going wide. And of course, even though creatures are what Joshua cares about, we can make creatures and buff our creatures and just burn our opponent's space, because this is what Boros does, taking extra attacks, adding in some evasion, and of course closing out the game, occasionally in the air. Joshua's a great card that's versatile, but maybe not quite strong enough for historic Brawl. So here in the Standard Brawl queue, we're gonna see if we can make Joshua shine. Let's take him into the queue and start joshing around. Kefka, Court Mage, makes both players discard and then draws based on the types of cards discarded. I believe he triggers on enter and attack, and he can also transform, but you usually don't need to because he's strong enough just on one side. My deck has some ways to bring things back from the graveyard because that's what Joshua does, but I hopefully will be able to keep up with Kefka. Let's see, I'll play this to just get out a critter, start swinging in. But if this is very much leaning towards being Grixis control, I'll have lots of kill spells at the ready to take out my creatures. Ooh, Harvester of Misery. Being discarded to shrink this. All Fate Scroll with some ramp. I think I will destroy that ramp. Or I could exile with the snare. Just want to make sure they're not getting out Kefka next turn. And it also gives me a good time to play my tapped land. Bloom Lake. Yeah, I got some good mana here. What if they have counter spells in their deck? I don't know which counter spells are super good in Standard right now. Probably not many. I wish I had a good creature to drop. I think Lightning Helix isn't going to quite cut it, though, since, you know, Kefka does not die to it. But something nice is that the authority of the consoles will stop him from triggering twice in a turn he enters. Unless they, I don't know, play like a Roaming Throne and name Human or Wizard. Which, guys, Roaming Throne, still in the format. Still the best card. It's the best one we have. Yeah, so like if they had a way to give him haste, it wouldn't work. I'll drop this mountain. See if they also drop a land. Yep, so it'll only draw 1 card off that. So that was just kind of like a cantrip for them. That's great for me, because it means I can play Elspeth, kill Kefka, die. Get out of here, you dang clown. And then swing in for 3. They don't have any creature lands, and haste is not going to be working, thanks to authority of the consoles. Somebody just honked outside. They're like, yeah, you dang clown. I know, he's not technically a clown, but he's a clown to me. Court Wizard, Clown, they're pretty much the same thing. Did they give him his laugh? Yeah, when he enters, if you listen, he does the little... Ooh, they put Elspeth in the moon! I guess I could free her. I don't mind tapping her, too. Oh, wait, let me start with Voice of Victory, so you can't play spells during my turn. Joshua stacks. I was saying before that I think that we should have Thalia in Standard at all times, and I'm sad they didn't put her in Foundations. Free her! More tokens! And I'm playing that, so I don't have to discard if they do play Kefka again. A tapped planeswalker? Why not? I don't have to untap her for anything. I love tapping. Yeah, I love like tapping enchantments that aren't supposed to tap. Thank you, Imprisoned in the Moon, for letting me have a sideways Elspeth. There's an Arcane Signet. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. Could be a board wipe. Or a Duelist of the Mind. Tapped, but vigilant. And will be growing as they commit more crimes and draw more cards. Ghost Vacuum. No! I only have one thing I can currently bring back with Joshua, but no. Do I have a way to tap battles? I'm sure there's ways to like have them enter tapped. Just because like you can make all permanents enter tapped. Yeah, there's ways to like tap any kind of permanent. You have 1 mana. No, 2 mana. You have like a suplex or something? They got Shoot the Sheriff. Yep. They don't want me getting double those critters. How about instead we lock on with the Ox, beef everybody up and put them in the sky and swing in. And I'll buff up the Bivouac with this. And again, because Kefka is real and he can't hurt me, I will keep playing this land. Oh my god, it's still flying. That is so cute. Speaking of, like, things that look weird, it's a flying land. Shoot the Sheriff. It has a reference to shooting the deputy in the flavor text. Now where's that deputy? But then there was a deputy card, but the deputy was an outlaw, so you can't shoot it. All right, so they're gonna put all of these back into my hand. Wait. Was Rivers Rebuke in Foundations? Guys, this is me like seeing Standard Brawl and being like, the heck? Oh no, my whack. I didn't know it was. I don't know, man. I'm learning. Do I need to just like free this? Swing in. It was in Foundations. Oh, that's wild. I'll definitely have to discard. I don't think they'll have a haste enabler at least. You want to loot? We had River's Rebuke and Omni and Foundations, but no Thalia. What a shame, what a shame. My beautiful critters. You like my crusty sleeves? Oh, they're good, right? Yeah, Elspeth has, like, godlike power. I will drop Joshua! Oh, look, they also dropped a creature, so that was the right choice. I'll take you out of the graveyard. It was a bonus product? Oh, maybe it was part of the like starter bundle thing. Drop Authority. Oh, cool! A Hoover ship. Oh, this Elspeth card, it's removal, it's buffs, it's evasion, it goes wide. It really does do everything. It's very annoying. Very strong. They mooned my Ox. My Bivouac. Oh, hey, I'm gonna get to max speed this turn. maximum speed. I am crewing this so I can give a buff and have it hit the hover ship too. Because I think the hover ship's going to be the best thing for me to throw this extra counter on. To be like, yeah, all I need to do is hit you with a nice evasive vehicle. And -2, -2. Won't hit that because it won't be in play. But this, does this fly? It does not fly. It's not a demon, it's a spirit. It's cool though. Alright, so they're cracking open the Ghost Vacuum. That's going to get them a flyer, the Voice of Victory. Actually, it's just going to get some dead creatures, but it will get them this. Harvester of Misery. With a flying counter on it. Oh no, Josh is a 1/3. He's unable to scream. He's like, I'm gonna play Kellen, crew up, put counters on them, and then each of them is gonna be swinging for 3. And that'll win me the game. GG. Roxanne Starfall Savant, one of the boogeymen of Standard Brawl. She's going to be throwing rocks and then tapping those rocks for 2 mana. And if she can attack on the same turn, she'll make even more rocks. Roxanne and her meteorites. I've got a turn 1 attacker, this Bossry, tomorrow's champion. I've got a little bit of removal, maybe hitting, I don't know, a mana dork or a mana rock. There's some land-based ramp as well in Standard. I'll play Kellen. And I'll just do this so I'm not holding priority. Cat token. Yeah, she's going to throw rocks. I'm going to throw hands. Kickoff celebrations, that's a way, I think, to give haste. But only if you're at max speed, which is a little bit trickier. I'll play Joshua. And I'm going to discard... Do I want to hit Dion? I think I'll just discard 1 land. Because I'd kind of like to play Dion next turn. Bossry, it happens to be a knight, so it gives flying. And it curves nicely for, like, the turn after. Maybe I can flip them over. And if some of these die, we can bring them back. Maybe. Brynhilda, going to be a haste enabler. That means 2 hits from Roxanne, which is a problem. Especially because Roxanne will be able to kill Joshua. So what I wanted to do was play Dion. What I think I should do instead is either hit the haste enabler or the ruby. I think I'll hit Brynhilda. Attack with all of these. Said attack with all of these. Just play the Sunblessed Healer. Like, yes, they'll still, like, probably be able to play Roxanne here. And they can hit 1 thing. But 1 ain't 2. One creature dying is fine, because Joshua brings it back. 2 creatures dying is also kind of okay. I just don't want Joshua dead. They had a land, but it's tapped. I will flip over Joshua. Phoenix is dominant. I guess I should be doing this post-combat. But I'm impatient, extremely so. What else is new? I hit you for 2, I gain 2, and I swing in with all at ease. You have a free block on a 1/1 cat token. And I hit you with a Meowch. Oh, they're also abrading the healer. Okay, it stops me from gaining more life. And they're down to 8. 2 ain't 1, 1 ain't 2? I know, crazy. There's a whole Final Fantasy about not wanting Josh to be dead. Wait, for real? Is that like part of the plot of 15? I don't know. I didn't play it. 16. Sorry. I know numbers. The one with the Ben Broads. Corey Steel Cutter. Dion. Yes, please. And I will attack with all of this in the air for lethal. GG, Roxanne. Yuna, Hope of Spirit. Hey, I used to run into this person in Historic Brawl. Looks like they've also started tasting the delicious flavor of Standard Brawl. And they're going to be reanimating enchantments, milling them or discarding them to bring them back with finality counters. I've got a way to slow things down, speed things up, and, I don't know, deal some damage to myself. I don't really have to worry about counter spells, but I could name human here with the humans that I have. Sure. Human. Joshua's also a human. He's a human noble wizard, which is way too many types. He also turns into a Saga Phoenix. Do I want to level him up or play Authority? I'll play Authority because I don't want them to have blockers. Need this pre-combat so I can start spitting out gnomes. No problem. Yeah, he's a human noble wizard bird. We love a good bird. Lumbering World Wagon. Ooh, that ramps. Gonna get them white mana. I'm guessing they're just like cut off from white right now. Yep, there we go. Yeah, even with like a good amount of fixing, there's not like tons and tons of fixing in Standard, but still really great cards. The fast lands, we've got some shocks. Not all the shocks, but some shocks. Okay, this is gonna seem kind of weird, but I'm actually gonna get lost one of my gnome tokens here. Because this is gonna go away if I don't cast it. And I would love to have 2 maps to potentially put more counters on Anim Pakal. Trying to force them to deal with this. Beyond the Quiet, they exile creatures and spacecrafts anyway, and unfortunately that means I won't be able to bring them back with Josh. Dang it. Alright, fine. Joshua, and I will drop the lands. Maybe Land Day of Judgment. Let's just go with the lands. And I can play Boss Tree, or I could map, look for a land, and then maybe play Boss Tree. I'll just play Boss Tree. Little guy, go. My spacecrafts. No, yeah, we have 1 exiling board wipe. If you Mockingbird Joshua, he can be a bird all the time. Wow, just like he's always wanted. Buried in the Garden. I'm going to bury Joshua. Do I want to take him out or leave him there? I think I'm going to leave him there and then use Sheltered by Ghosts to free him. Oh, or Perilous Snare because this is a little less vulnerable. I'm doing this in part to undo their ramp, but I need exiling removal if I can get it. Oh, you and cards get hexproof. Sure. Land. Oh boy. I have another way to hit it. Tursa. Ooh, Tursa's fun. Speed up. They're such strong cards. Most of the like super strong cards I've already built decks for in Standard. Or sorry, in Historic Brawl. So I don't know if I'd build them again for Standard, but they're still cool. I will play Tursa. I will drop the Day of Judgment. Actually, will I? I'm going to drop just the Sunblessed Healer, like, because everything else got exiled. Free my boy. And I'm going to drop both of those. And they're down to 2. Where'd Josh go? I left him under an enchantment. They're saying good game? Because with the Authority of the Consuls, they're not going to have enough blockers. GG. Roxanne, Starfall Savant, enters and throws a meteorite at you or your creatures, then can tap that for 2 mana, refunding part of their mana value, and also dealing some serious damage, killing most of the creatures in my deck that are 1, 2, 3 mana. Some of the bigger ones, they survive, but like, I don't know, Dion's partner could get obliterated. That'd be so sad. Do I feel like going wide or swinging in here? I feel like going wide. Aww, Tender Wild Guide. Yeah, they need to ramp. I'm going to try to hit their ramp using, let's start with the Perilous Snare so I can start bringing up my speed. Take them up to speed. Are you a knight? You are! So Dion will give you flying. Perfect. Iron Crag, so Roxanne can come down next turn. I will be able to take her out. Hopefully she won't have haste. Oh, unless I draw Catharsis Commando and then I can destroy Iron Crag. Let me just do that now. And I can either go wide. I kind of like just continuing to try to go wide against Roxanne. Exerting bossery, making more cats. A hulking raptor. All right, they're definitely getting around next turn. Oh, maybe I could hover that up. I was gonna save it for her, but like, I don't know. There's a chance they don't get a land. I want to get to max speed, and I also want a flyer. Pew pew. And this is sorcery speed, right? I'm gonna put it on the hover ship because Roxanne can't hit it. Roxanne coming down, I assume killing Bossery. Oh no, my cat man. He would have protected you. Joshua's like, when are you gonna play me? One day. She can definitely come back again next turn. But for now, we're going to continue to just try to overwhelm this board. And I kind of like buffing up this knight here, so it doesn't die to Roxanne. I suplex the cat, yes. Add the perfect amount of mana. If I draw any more lands, I'll have Joshua throw them in the trash for me. Twin Flame Tyrant gonna double up damage. They didn't play a land, so they weren't able to play Roxanne this turn, but now the rocks will deal 4, which, scary. This costs 6 to flip, right? Let's flip it. +1/+1 counters and flying. I am going to put an additional counter onto this and then swing in with my unidentified hover ship. This essentially hits as a 6-power creature. But look, I have a dragon too. His name is Dion. He's cute. Chat's like, is it Standard Brawl? Yeah, Standard Brawl. We love flipping our boys, even if it's not this boy. And yeah, because somebody's gonna probably be like, why isn't his older brother in the deck? Where's Clive? Because it's really hard to get Devotion to red in a 2-color deck. Even though, you know, I empty my hand pretty often. I could put him in the deck. He says magically apt as Donald Duck. Yes, Bahamut is. With his Giga Flare. But not Tetra Flare here. Hi, Twin Flame Tyrant. You want to hit me for 6? I have lots of life. Oh, wait. Hold up. That's a lot. So I'm going to block here, but I think that's still going to kill me because it doesn't just double. We've got powers of 2. Please don't. They're identical. Identical replacement effects should not make you pick the order. So, like, I take 9 damage, but it's actually 9 times 2 to the 4th, which is lethal. I'm dead. GG. Ketamos, the new Dawn. Going to be exiling my stuff. And being a pain, I ran into some of these earlier. I've got the ability to destroy an enchantment. All right, cool. They're going to be exiling my stuff, wiping the board, generally being a menace. I'll keep this, though. It has a nice curve. I love Enduring Courage, especially. And Aurelia, as well as, like, these really great just aggro cards. See if they want to keep their hand. Looks like they found what they wanted. Let's go. I don't have to worry that much about counter spells, but I'm still putting Cavern of Souls in like every single deck I brew. I know what I'm about. You're gonna be exiling my stuff, destroying my stuff. 2 lands, an arcane signet. Ruthless negotiation. Okay, what do I drop from this hand? Honestly, with the 2 filters, I'm dropping that, the land. And I'll go for Tersa over Joshua to start. I'm going to just discard 1 land. Actually, I could drop Aurelia, try to bring it back. Not that I'll ever get it to live that long. So I want to keep my like surprise damage here. Ooh, Dion. Nice. Bing bong. I like having 2 critters. I'm just trying to get my damage in where I can. Any of you knights, wizards, and soldiers? I'm asking because of Dion. Intimidation tactics. You can choose any of my 3 creatures and get rid of them. I would probably hit Enduring Courage, even though they have a slew of exiling removal that will get around the Glimmer effect. Dion goes wide, but if you're running lots of board wipes, that's not an issue for you, and I'm very far away from Aurelia. So these cards, by the way, that they've played, they do add toward Ketamos' exile count, but they don't add towards Ketamos' like, when you have things in exile. Alright, so I'm gonna drop Dion. I should probably keep that because they have an indestructible commander. Well, I'd also drop Aurelia. Yeah, I'm gonna drop Aurelia. I'm just going for removal. What a surprise. Pew pew. And this is gonna seem weird, but I'm just hitting their arcane signet so they have less mana to work with, and so Tersa is closer to 7. Nice. I could either go for Anim Pakal, going wider, or Inti, trying to get some more discard and like discard synergy. I'm gonna go for Anim Pakal. She's just one of the best Boros aggro cards. She's really good. Let's go. Let's go. Let me go wide. Let me go wide, please. Oh, I think they have a kill spell. You're wondering when the signet was gonna eat it? The answer was then. All right, they're down to 7. Looks like we win enough aggro. Removing the signet, I think, stopped them from wiping the board, and it won me the game. GG. Gem Lightfoot Sky Explorer. When you cast things from outside of your hand, you have a chance of getting some card draw at the end of turn, and that does include casting your commander from the command zone. This is usually played with like flash cards. It's supposed to be with plot cards. It's a really nice card though. Gem Lightfoot, as far as like uncommon flying commanders go, it gives you card advantage, and because it only cares about what you cast or don't cast on your turn, you can do it as Azorius Tempo. I will drop I guess you died a Lightning Helix. I think I'll drop Authority at the Consuls. Well, ooh, I should have actually gone for Cavern of Souls naming human there. Yeah, this is gonna get, I think, bonked. My bad. I forgot I needed to do it there. What you got? Stocks up? No. Malcolm. Die, Malcolm. Yeah, I feel bad that I had thrown a thing away, though. Hi. Woman. Joshua, go be human. Human after all. They think twice. And I think I'll discard both of these because it should get me a Fear of Missing Out Delirium for a second attack. Oh my gosh, and I just drew an Anim Pakal off the top, which will get me 2 attacks here. Yes, I want you to attack. More Anim, more Pakal. Yeah, going with everything. I'm planning to flip Josh after. Everything but Josh. Because I do not know what they got. Oh, Bride's End. Okay, that's fair. And a Cathar Commando. Let's flip it. Ding! Somebody's asking, what do I think of the announcement of multiplayer on Arena? That's not a thing that's actually been announced unless they have changed things. There is a statement from Mark Rosewater that echoes the same statement from before that is, yeah, we're trying to put multiplayer on an Arena or Arena-like client. You should not take it as confirmation of there being multiplayer in the upcoming Arena. There's actually been like an Arena dev who sometimes stops in chat and is like, I wish people would stop saying that because like it's on the far roadmap. It's not in the immediate roadmap. I'm starting by playing Voice of Victory. You want to play stuff on my turn? You better do it right now. Sweet. GG. Joth Sun's Avatar. I actually built this as my first standard Brawl deck. And the reason for that is because I love dinosaurs. This is going to be dinosaurs. They ramp. They hit you in the face. And then they get more dinosaurs. Dinosaurs got a lot of really good cards in both the first set of Ixalan, but also the second one. Belligerent Yearlings are going to be getting bigger as more dinosaurs happen. And even though they're not like the most counter-spelly of players, I'll throw down Voice of Victory here. Scytheclaw Raptor. Oh, look. We're going to play fair Magic the Gathering. Hello there. Would you like to play cards on your turn specifically? I want to get rid of that so I can attack in with this and set up for Anim Pakal. I'll take a land. Dinosaurs. Yeah, you have ramp. There's even like Llanowar Elves and some like dinosaur specific ramp. There's like a card that lets you replay dinosaurs that you exile, and another one that only taps for dinosaur mana. There's cool stuff. I gave you maps. Alright, they had the choice between fighting and getting a land. They definitely want lands. And I want the, like, Anim Pakal, Voice of Victory, Elspeth chain. Why didn't they use the map tokens, I wonder? Crashing Brontodon. Okay, very good blocker. Alright, so they were saving it for that. So I could go for killing this off Elspeth. I could go for, exiling it. I was thinking like we fly over it if it was lethal. It's not quite. And while they don't have mana to use the Brontodon, I'll drop, I mean, I'll be pretty wide, so kind of like Raid, but I think I'm going for Elspeth anyway. Pew pew. Dinosaurs, 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 dinosaurs. Herd Heirloom is going to be enough ramp, I think, to potentially get to Joth next turn. But they have to not die. They have a second blocker on Restless Ridgeline. But I'm not sure if that's going to be enough, especially once I pop down Elspeth. Ooh, Requisition Raid. They are freeing the Thrashing Brontodon, and they also, like, had enough to get rid of a gnome. Herd Heirloom. Herd. And Lore Keeper. Oh, that's the dinosaur mana dork I was talking about. Some of this. Some of that. And we fly. A fine finisher for Boros aggro. Oh, also, like, double tokens means... GG, dinosaurs. Ketamos, the New Dawn. Exiles your permanents to draw cards, and, well, they'll lose life, but they'll gain it back later once he's able to attack and block. Ketamos also has access to lots of board wipes because he's indestructible. So let's see, I've got some nice aggressive cards here. Bossry and Kellen, this fear of missing out, and I think I will start with the Bossry. Behold, Bossry. Trying to attack. There we go. Yeah, Arena's a little choppy this morning, I've found. I could go for some FOMO. Sure. I don't think they'll have counter spells, so I feel very comfortable dropping Cavern of Souls here. And here comes Ketamos. Now, I also built my deck to have some ways to exile permanents, though I'd prefer not to. I'm a little worried about, like, board wipes and stuff. So let me go ahead and just throw down Josh here and drop a couple lands. It is, by the way, so weird to me that we have, like, some of the shock lands in Standard right now, because I keep forgetting, like, oh yeah, we actually have some really good fixing. Unidentified hover ship can take out my commander, draw them a card, they lose a life, and it also, if they hit Joshua, will force me to put it back into the command zone unless I'm willing to lose it permanently. It looks like instead they're going for fear of missing out. That's fine. When this dies, I'll get to manifest a dread. What if I hovered up your Ketamos? Now they can crew this. And now they'll put that back in the command zone. Oh, I shouldn't mention, he only does that when it's their turn. And I'll swing in with Bossry. Like, if you want to trade, I'll manifest dread. This block makes me feel like they're doing something funky with this. Aurelia. Should I worry about committing more to the board? Nah. There's no Sunfall. Guys, there's no Sunfall. Is this, though? Expel the Interlopers. There's a lot of board wipes in Standard. Like, genuinely, a ton. Dion, refill this board. Use this Vantage. Put a man in a UFO. Yeah, we do have one exiling board wipe, I think. But it doesn't leave them with, like, a win con on the board. We have so many board wipes. Every set has, like, one or more. Ketamos returns to play. And they're exiling from the graveyard. Exiling creatures from mine stops me from bringing them back with Joshua. Not that I think Joshua is going to ever make it through, like, 4 full turns. Not against a Ketamos. I will replay Joshua. I'm still going to keep the Sheltered by Ghosts, kind of in case they have other, like, exiling removal here. And I'll swing in with all of these. 3 more cards in exile, and Ketamos will be able to attack and block. And since it has lifelink, once it's able to do that, they'll be gaining a lot of life back. Ghost Vacuum lets them slurp up 1 creature at a time from the graveyard, and non-creatures, but if you hit creatures, you can use them. My bossery. That takes them to 5, though. Am I aggressive enough? I have multiple ways, by the way, to, like, give flying to creatures. Elspeth, Dion, these are both good. This one I have the mana for. This one I don't. Also, it won't have haste. I, like, brought a banana into the room thinking I was going to eat it, and I haven't eaten it yet. I should do that. I'm just, like, sitting here with a banana. I keep distracting myself with things like Magic the Gathering, which is an incredibly fun game. All right. This can hit their face for 3. I think I'm just going in entirely in the air. I want to say there is an instant speed board wipe, but it costs 6 or something. You want to stop that from flying? I'm swinging in with all of these. They're telling Dion to get lost. This will lose flying. And I'm just out here trying to live my, oh my god, it's Lightning Helix dreams. Please, please, please. Okay? Feed the cycle. That's just a kill spell. You don't manifest dread because there's no creatures under it. They'll gain up to 9. Like, do I get lost this? And then Sheltered by Ghost Ketamos. Or is that too dangerous? Because it means he'll be able to get it back. I just want to make sure they're not able to attack with him. But, like, as I said, there's a ton of board wipes available. Feed the cycle, sick tech for Ketamos. I know, because the forage, it got them to 8. I was not expecting it. I was out here thinking, like, oh, the damage will still go through. Wrong. Makeshift binding. Making me wish I had my requisition raid. And they're up to 7, since I do gain some life off these. And frustratingly, they also have Menace. So, like, playing Elspeth, not the best at defending against Ketamos. Gonna make a couple little guys indestructible, or I destroy it. And I'm gonna buff one up. See if I can have, like, Ketamos take a hit. Please stop slurping my wonderful creatures. I'm gonna eat my banana. I don't know why. I thought Feed the Cycle was sorcery speed. I'm thinking of there's like just a 2-mana destroy creature spell from the last year. Oh god, Lord Skitter. What a great card. They go down to 4. No, not Feed the Swarm. Wonder if they have a way to get rid of Elspeth. No, but Anticausal Vestige is pretty sweet, and I believe it goes to exile at the end of turn. Yeah, Blink card also works like well with Ketamos. All right, but wait. No, Perilous Snare. Here I was hoping like, okay, so I get 4 in the air, and then I Lightning Helix them, and then I win, right? It would never be that easy. Buff it. That's a land. Buff it. Get here, Lord Skinner. I think it's just called Fell. Yeah, I think I was thinking of the card Fell. Yo, Kajoodle, thank you for the sub. We got oodles of Kajoodles. Hi, it's plains. It's lands. Yes, I see a line. And they know about Perilous Snare on top. Okay, land. Perilous Snare. Yeah, they have something at 2 mana. Oh god, why do I have something at 2 mana? I hit the Perilous Snare. Oh wait, but my speed is only 1. I would need them to, like, before attacking, exile something and lose a life. It's not gonna happen. I've been removaled to death. Good game, Ketamos. I really don't think I have a way out. Despite trying. I hope my opponent, like, peeping my lands. And I'll concede. Because it'll take, like, 2 attacks. But, that, like, even the board wipe in my deck doesn't get rid of Ketamos. So it's not gonna help. GG. Eluge, the Shoreless Sea. Eluge is a fish. A fish that floods, and a fish that discounts your blue spells until they're pretty much free. Casting things on your turn, like counter spells, for very, very little or nothing. This is probably gonna be like mono blue flash. I kept this hand, though, because it had a 1-cost creature, which seems good against something like Eluge. Ooh, yep, there's the flash. And they chart a course, because they did attack in. I'll attack in with Bossery, and I could play the Sunblessed Healer, or I could play this to hopefully get out Animpa Call next turn. I'm going to go for the Healer, just playing the features while I have them. Oops, sorry, that was from me typing a thing. Beep-doop. Hey, look, I got red mana anyway. I have to play this pre-combat if I want the little bonus. So let's try it. We swing in. Into the Flood Maw. She goes back into my hand. And her last known number of counters was 0. So we make nothing. Huh, they traded with Bossery, not the healer. And that's not an island. So it's not quite getting more. It's been a while since I've seen the Eluge. It used to be something we saw a ton of in Brawl just because it wasn't like quite matching where it should for its power. Now let's see if Animpa Call gets countered. Didn't. I'll swing in. Tishana's Tidebender! Okay, so they're going to silence Animpa Call. We get no gnomes! Oh, darn my gnomes. Okay, for 3. It looks like they don't have a 4th land yet, unless they're doing it here. No, they're deducing. Drawing a card and investigating. There's their land. They could draw a card. I will play Enduring Courage into Zach Fair. Gonna give him some haste. Whee! You got another flash creature? Yay, I did it. Eluge now in play. They're going to flood their Amonkhet Raceway, turning it into an island. And now the first instant or sorcery they cast each turn will cost blue less. So they could cast a blue spell here, just for what they currently have. I have... Okay, I could go Dracosaur or Requisition Raid or Joshua. I'm going to start with Josh. Hello, does my Josh resolve? My cool dog! No! Josh doesn't even get haste. I'm gonna drop Requisition Raid. Maybe I'll drop the Dracosaur. Aha! Screaming Nemesis! Guess what I'm doing? It's screaming! Yeah, I'm just joshing around. The reason I built Josh is because a large number of people, like 5 different people, all requested that I build Joshua. I think because they like his character a lot. And I said, I don't think he really has much he can do in Brawl. But as part of building Standard Brawl decks, there's a chance to build around some less quick commanders. Now you're going to notice, like, I did manage to, like, play some games with him where he was able to flip, but not on camera, sadly. They all happened first. Okay, neat. But like it's still pretty hard to flip him. Like he's a card. Sorry, I was thinking in the game. I was thinking twice. He's the kind of card that's like real cool, but just a bit slow. And my tides got bound. He doesn't want to turn into a bird on camera. I know! So yeah, at Standard Brawl, I get to use cards that do a little less in the command zone. He's actually like really cool when you get to flip him. It's just... That's a 3 mana and then a 5 mana ability, and then he has to survive 3 turns. And I did put some like graveyard stuff in. I'm gonna chump block with this Nemesis. And you are not going to Rivers Rebuke me, which I did learn is in the format. Good. Sheltered by Ghosts is cool, but Dragosaur with haste is even cooler. Please? Please? Rude. Everybody in. Everybody in. Go. Go. Sailors, why would anything ever resolve? It wouldn't. I mean, they also bounce things. And they flash things out. Hey, everyone. Get in here. Yeah, they already used their discount, though. So now they just have 4 regular mana. You're gonna let Anna Pakal have abilities again? Oh my gosh. That's so cool. Dog. I guess it's cat. This will draw them a bunch of cards. And hopefully none of them will stop me from doing things. This is a kitty. This is a puppy. Memories returning. Yeah, man, I remember when we were in the orphanage in Final Fantasy VIII. It's great. Put a card on the bottom. The Sculpting Blast. Quick study. Enjoy your lands. So this bounces 3 of my creatures. But it can't block. Oh no, 2 of my creatures, I'm sorry. But I might still be okay. A tapped otter. Oh, thank you, Authority of the Consuls. Why did they take Island over Quick Study? Didn't know. They must have something else that they're doing this turn. Land. Enduring Courage. Combat. Inpicol. Gnomes. And she takes gnome prisoners. We win. Nice. Thank you, Authority of the Consuls, for making blockers not happen. GG. Roxanne. Again, throwing rocks. I have, bat. We love bat. Look at that. It's a bat. If I discard permanents, it'll even give me a scry. That's nice. I like filtering. Torgal is a Find Hound, and a Find Hound that ramps them. I can ramp too, see? Arcane Signet. Kapow. Hi, Roxanne. You can come down next turn. Ooh, and gain them 2 life. And kill my bat. That's too much ramp. I don't like that. I'll play this dog. You're a dog, I'm a dog, everyone's a dog. This is not a human, by the way, so it will not get buffed by Torgal. Oh, wait, that's a Terror of the Peaks. Hold up, that's actually a dragon? Okay, so Elspeth can kill Terror of the Peaks. And then Roxanne can kill Elspeth in turn. But yeah, I need to get rid of that because it's scary. And I'm not even going to bother with, like, leaving back a blocker. Hi, Roxanne. Gains him 2 life. Throws something at Elspeth. Pew pew. And I can suplex her. She'll come back out next turn, but, like, I am saying, like, I can suplex her. Can. And will. A dog versus wolf. A fighting hound. We're gonna make a gnome and grow the gnome. Joshua's like, what do I get to come out? I don't know, maybe next turn. Suplex the cat woman. It's almost like a train. I'm trying to make sure that, like, my creatures aren't just gonna immediately die. Oh, Chandra, I ran into one of these before. I wonder if it was the same Roxanne.
Any volunteers?
No, my creatures! Yeah, jerk! At least I still get the haste. Should I go for just, like, making sure I kill that? Probably. We get a token, we get haste. Yeah, I could play both of these, but I wouldn't have flying. And I also have the choice of, like, do I just want to, like, hit their face and make them super low? I think it's more important, take out the Planeswalker. because I don't trust like that. Roxanne, gonna kill this knight token, I assume. That Chandra's kind of crazy. It's kind of cool, but she's very high cost. But Roxanne ramps for them, so makes sense. I will bring out War Leader's Call. Hit him with the Josh attack. Yeah, I'll drop this one land. Oh, look, a land! An attack with both. That's kind of cool. If I flip over Dion with this, he would get the haste. Dion's really neat. I think this is a great, like, white aggro card. Hulking Raptor. More Ancient Cornucopia. Gaining the 1 life. Alright, now let's see. If I flip you over, you become a 5/5, but you don't put a counter on yourself, but then you would deal 7 damage. Okay, let's do it. Hold up. Is there a thing happening? No! He crashes and burns! Oh, I went for a gambit. I should have just Tarsed or Joshed. Dang. Here comes Roxanne. They're up to 8 life now. I got 5, 6, 7 mana. I off from 1 from doing both. Enduring Courage with a haste Roxanne. Oh, they didn't have the mana to do it first. I was like, why didn't they do it? Because they couldn't. Joshua. With big haste, not discarding anything. Tarsa, also with big haste. And I swing in with both. You gotta block both of them. And Josh lives. The mighty Josh. He will live forever. Thank you, Enduring Courage. Enduring Courage, why would you betray me? They gain 2. They have a 5/3. They got a 6/3. And thankfully, this has an additional toughness from War Leader's Call. Overlord of Hauntwoods. Thank goodness it is not a creature because it triggers on attack. And these two not coming in. Do you think they forgot that Joshua has Papow, Skasquam, Sweep Swap, a flip ability that deals lethal? Maybe they did. GG Roxanne. Kona, Rescue Beastie. Going to tap to bring in all sorts of scary cards. This hand has some instant speed removal though, so I can kill him between tapping and bringing in whatever permanent it is. He can be tapped by mounts and vehicles. There's even a couple creatures that can tap him. But hopefully they won't be coming out this turn, so I can play this Arcane Signet and give myself access to red mana. Oh yeah, we be brewing. Oh, Velocipede. That makes creatures enter with counters on them. Okay, I start with Brynhilda. Play this land. And pass the turn. Ready. To kill. Kona enters. Gets a counter. You should totally transform Ironcrag. And they crew. And I kill Kona. You can still attack me for 5, though. I can't stop you. You love attacking for 5. Gotta be one of your favorite things in the whole wide world to do. Nice. So with Brynhilda out, I'm able to give haste. And with this haste, I'm feeling we go for the Twin Flame Tyrant. They might be able to, like, Kona again soon. So I'm just going to try to kill them first by doubling up my damage. And these two are very good at doing exactly that. We hit for 4, we hit for 6, they're down to 15, and here's a dog. Dog with a counter on it. Woof. Oh, there's a... Oh, they don't want the Gulta. They want land. They'll be able to play this next turn again. But I don't know what they have in their hand. Would you rather block with this or that? Oh, they want to attack. Face equals place. A fine philosophy. Brynhildr goes away. Next creature I cast will get haste. And I will use that for Inti. These two attack in. I'm going to put the buff on Twin Flame Tyrant. Discarding Day of Judgment. Board wipe, schmoard wipe. That's for when I'm behind. Wait, did I have lethal? I missed lethal. What else is new? Me? Miss Lethal? That's impossible. Malcolm, the eyes. This Malcolm, I believe, investigates. Yeah, when you cast your second spell each turn. He's a good flyer, and he's pretty aggressive, flying and haste. I've got a really nice curve here. A 1-drop, a 2-drop, a 3-drop, a 4-drop. It's cost 4 if you kick it. And you know me, I'm always kicking random clerics. It's just when they have birds in their hands. Hi, Malcolm. Do you want to connect to the game so I can keep my hand? Hi. A hasty, curious, angry bird. What's he investigating? I guess he's looking at this brand new cowboy world for treasure. I don't know. I thought Malcolm was like in a pretty like good position in Ixalan under Brass or whoever it was. Like a pretty important position. I guess he's just scouting into the plane. Other issues today? Not that I know of, like with the game. Nothing new. Let's go, Malcolm. Team Breachers are here as a favor for Jason Vraska. Oh, were they part of the gang? That's silly. You are an enchantment. And I want to deal damage. They were part of the gang? Wow, I don't even remember that. Wait, that's because I didn't read the Thunder Junction story. Because I thought it looked stupid. Oh, hey, Krenko. This is the Krenko that can sacrifice artifacts to buff goblins and make goblins when those artifacts are sacrificed. Going to play Joshua and drop the Cathar Commando. And do I want to drop Elegant Parlor too? Yeah, I'll drop Elegant Parlor. Bringing in for another 2. How could I not read it? It was my favorite characters, but with cowboy hats. I don't want that. That's our first spell this turn. And their second spell, a Planisphere. It's going to make a hero that grows as non-creature spells are cast. And Malcolm swings in. I believe this is a free sacrifice, so they can turn him into a 4/4 at instant speed. Play Voice of Victory. And use Shelter by Ghosts on this to hit Krenko. Just trying to stop him from doing things. Also protecting my little prison boy here. My jailer. Yeah, Thunder Junction's a weird expansion. I think most people feel similarly. Did that have a destroy animation? I wasn't paying attention. What's why we call hat sets is because everybody's wearing cowboy hats. Kellen, cowboy hat. Malcolm, cowboy hat. Bat spell, cowboy hat. Aww, Joshua's gonna take a nap so he doesn't untap. That's gonna make it so much harder for me to flip him. They make a goblin, they buff some goblins. I'll just hit them in the face. Screaming Nemesis! Sacrificing, drawing a card, making a goblin. Some proper goblin business here. A curious inquiry. This is like not really curiosity because it makes clues instead. I'll take a bunch of damage. Ow, oof, owie. And I'll be very sad I can't flip over my boy. Ooh. I don't know how much damage this is because of like the extra from the Voice of Victory, but that will untap Joshua. Most I can prevent there would be 3. Then we attack again. And we win. Aurelia off the top. What a way to go. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. And thank you to everybody who requested Joshua, even though I spent a very long time not brewing him. I eventually got there, just in the standard queue. In this video, you didn't get to see me transform him and reanimate, but I did manage to do it a few times today while playing this deck. This deck is pretty fun. I think that Boros Aggro has a lot of really good pieces in like standard, which means we have lots of good pieces that we can play here, even ones that are banned in actual factual standard, like Cordy Steel Cutter. This deck is real fast, it's real strong, and it hits face. It does have some trouble with some of, I'll say, the more meta brawl decks, like Roxanne and Yuna, but it still has a chance to take them out before they can start doing their thing. Also, if you're a regular watcher of the channel, you might have already heard this, but I'm going to repeat it again. You should definitely come over to my Twitch channel in the next couple days because I'm going to be in my 7-year subathon, celebrating 7 years as a Twitch partner and 6 years as a full-time content creator at twitch.tv/Amazonian. I'm going to be doing Brawl stuff. I'm going to be playing some variety streams. And yes, I will be recording videos during it, so don't worry, you YouTubers won't be left completely out. But if you ever wanted to support my channel, now is a great time to do it, since you'll be making me stream even longer as part of the subathon event. Also, it should be real fun. I will have some like donation incentives where you can have me brew a deck for you or record a Brawl Stars deck for you. And of course, we will have some deck submissions as well, because what's more fun than my decks is your decks. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a brawlful day.